Hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So today I want to talk about whether or not full EM and hopefully conclude whether full EM Kokomi is viable. I did a math video on full EM Kokomi with 4-piece thundering fury. These are the figures. If your memory is good, you'll notice that the figures are slightly different because I realized that there was a mistake where I counted the 10% resistance a additional time. So that was corrected. And these are the updated figures. Basically, generally speaking, the EM1 EC target does about 3 to 4%. In fact, on average, basically all the figures is skewed towards the EM performing better by about 3 to 4%. Okay, like previously, this percentage was 20%. Now it's 23%. Now the reason why I'm showing you guys this again is because I wanted to remind people the damage comparison of full EM versus HP build. Against a HP build prototype Amber with, by the way, my full EM normal attack talent is 1 here in this calculation. The rest of them is 6, and there's even a 9. So, as long as what this means here, full EM 1 EC target is that if I can proc Electro Charged reaction every second using Kokomi's EM, using Kokomi to proc the Electro Charged reaction every 1 second on one target, that is what we meant here by full EM 1 EC target. As long as I can achieve that, prototype Amber will be 23% worse off than the full EM, which means the full EM build will be 23% better than prototype Amber with an even lower talent level at C0. At C1, prototype Amber will be better because C1 works completely with skills completely with HP. So HP build C1 will always be better. You see here, HP build C1 will always be better. But in a C0 scenario, full EM 1 EC target will be 23% better than a prototype Amber, 19% better than an R5 Mepa Mare, and 5% better than an R1 Everlasting Moonglow. That's crazy. I'm using a 4-star weapon. I just need to ensure that I trigger Electro Charged reaction consistently on one target, and I will do better than an R1 Everlasting Moonglow, which is a 5-star weapon. Okay, let that sink in, because the next thing I'm going to do in this video is to show you guys stop pause with 0.25x playback to really look at the damage figures. In the previous video, I was using the Thundering Fury proc, the cooldown reduction proc, looking at the cooldown of the skill itself to help you guys appreciate the consistency of her procs. Now, there are a lot of feedback saying that these procs are it's not a great look at the proc if your character is not the one proccing the reaction, but your 4-piece TF character is still on the field, you will get the cooldown reduction proc, which is fine. Because the good thing for me is that before I did that video on how to consistently proc EC with Kokomi, I did check the damage figures. Okay, I did a damage figures stop pause check of the recording before I uploaded the recording, but I switched to using the cooldown reduction as a view because I thought it was easier for the players or the viewers to appreciate rather than me stop pausing every single run. So for this video itself, I'll just stop pause that one run that I did analyze, which is Venti, Raiden, Sarah, and Kokomi. The procs are actually pretty good, and I'll show you guys. In fact, you will see two different kind of figures. One is the damage figure of 9510. That is her EC damage without VV 4-piece effect. With 4-piece VV effect, it's 12151. Okay, these are the two figures to look out for when I do the stop pause. So just a reminder, as long as I can proc one EC target every 1 second consistently, I will do better and then an R1 Everlasting Moonglow damage wise at C0. Okay, at C0. Better than a 5-star weapon. Let's look at the stop pause video so you guys can see the damage figures. I think a lot of people will prefer that, or at least the more hardcore or more serious and committed players. So this is the run that I did. Venti, Sarah, Raiden, and Kokomi. I will start the stop pause on the second wave for the mobs because that's the one where we will use our burst. In the first wave, I'm not using my burst, just the elemental skill. Okay. I already saw quite a few 12151 figures and 9510 as you can see. We will start the 0.25x playback once we switch to Kokomi after Venti's burst. Okay, now I'm going to start the stop pause. Okay, this is a very challenging thing for me. The 9510 here, it appears somewhere here and it's like for a very fleeting moment. But on the very first proc, you'll notice that a lot of the damage are from the Anemo character, the Electro Charged figure, which is to be expected because the Anemo character is the one who brought all the enemies together. That's number one. Without the Anemo character bringing the enemies together, you're not going to see so many Electro Charged figures. That's one. Number two, it's already well known that Anemo is the best proc for. Anemo is the best, or rather, I should put it that way around. Electro Charge is the best for Anemo EM characters. It's the best reaction to work with. I actually covered that in my Kazuha math video already. So if you don't already know that, let me just remind you that that's the reason why you see so many EC figures, 19996 and the 1250. 1996 should be with the 4-piece VV, 1250 is with Vault, if I'm not wrong. I have not done the math for the Anemo character. I only did the math for Kokomi. Okay, so this is how it works. Basically, every tick, you will see that majority of the damage is, majority of the EC reaction is coming from the Anemo character, while Kokomi will be doing proc on some of them. But remember what I said at the start of the video, if I can proc at least one target every 1 second consistently, I will already do better damage than Everlasting Moonglow at C0. Okay, for all C0 comparisons, I will do better than Everlasting Moonglow, I will do better than Prototype Ember, I'll do better than R5 Mepame. Let me see if I'm able to get that 9510 figure. Okay, it did appear. This is the ending of the 9. I know, it's really hard to see. This is the reason why I wanted to use the cooldown reduction proc as the view. Alright, and there's way too many damage figures here. I can't even find the 12151 if I wanted to. But there is definitely a 9150 figure here. This is the 9, and you can barely make out the 1 here between the E. Not this 15971's one, the one that is covered by this figure here. So I'm really sorry, but it is what it is when you have so many damage figures here. But I assure you that that is there. Okay? Maybe another way is we can try slowing it down further. Okay, do you see the shadow? 9510. I think this is the best I can do. 9510. And I'm trying to look here to see if there's a 12151, but I can't find it. Okay, so there is a 9510 here, so Kokomi did proc here. And then her pose is very good here. She's like a mermaid in doing a turn. Okay, I hope this is clearer. 9510. So she did proc on one target. This is on the very first cast of her elemental skill. Yeah, sorry, should not be zooming to that extent. Now, let's go for the next tick. You see, even without me casting the second elemental skill with the Anemo helping to proc, you're still at Electro Charge damage happening. You see a 9510 here. Before I cast my second elemental skill, there's already the 9510 here. There's already the 12151 here. Another one here and another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 EC, 4 Kokomi EC damage procs. Just a reminder, my Venti is not EM here. He's doing a crit build here. That's why the Venti EM figure is very low. So to optimize, obviously your Venti should be EM. But for the purpose of this video, for comparison, he's not doing EM. So I have 12151, 1, 2, 3. Because of everything being clumped up together, there's no way for me to tell whether or not the 125151 is a double proc on one opponent or 1251 on each target. But regardless, this is still very good because we managed to proc 4 such figures. Okay, for the purpose of my mathematical comparison, this is already very great. This is already 4 times the damage in 1 second. 12151 times 3 as well as a 9510 before I cast my second elemental skill, because our elemental skill is already on the field and already doing procs. Now let me cast the second recast. Now second recast is cast, and you see here the cooldown for Thundering Proc is here. Now let's see, I see a 12151 here. This is, I think this is 1250. There is a 9510 here. 9510. I know it's really hard to see. Okay, so maybe this is better. There's a 12151 here, I guess, as well. So there's two 12151 and two 9510. If you notice, there's a 9510 here, very small figure overlap with others, and the big 9510. Okay, so another 4 figures. I do believe this 29510 may be a double on one target. This is not 0.25, by the way, this is 0.1, I think, or 0.12. Okay, 29510 figures, okay. Any 12151? Yes, 12151, there's one here. Man, this is really tough to look for the figure. Ah, there's another 12151 over here. Alright, so 12151, 12151, 29510. So again, we have 4 damage figures from her Electro Charge. Are there more? I think I should not look at it again because it won't be accurate. Let's wait for the next proc. Okay, the next proc has happened. Let's see. Okay, 9510, 9510, these are the new range. Another 12151, and another 12151. Okay, so I have again 4 damage figures on the 14-second proc. Let's wait for the next one. Okay, the proc has happened. Let's see. Oh my god. How do I see this? Ah, okay. Now I remember. This 12-second proc is the one where I really could not find the 951 figure, but I did find the 12151 figure. So there's one figure here. Unfortunately, all the figures are so together that I honestly could not find any more Kokomi procs. They are just way together, way too together. Okay, now let's just look at the next proc. Okay, notice that the proc has happened. Okay, now let's look at the damage figures. Our Venti's burst has ended, so it's going to be easier to see the Electro Charge proc from Kokomi. Okay, 9510. There you go, 19510. Okay, but to be expected because I only have 2 enemies left here. Another 9510 for the 7-second proc. Two 9510. Okay, for the next one. But you see here without the Anemo, it is really harder to get Kokomi Proc. And I got another 9510 here. So basically, but bear in mind that there's only one enemy left here. So there's only one 9510 that can happen here. But I hope that this stop pause has helped you guys to appreciate that. It's not just the cooldown proc reduction that we are looking at. If I look at the damage figures itself, I am able to see Kokomi dealing 2 to 4 damage figures. 4 damage figures was actually at least there for 3 waves, if I didn't remember wrongly. And then you have the 2 figures sometimes, and as more enemies die and as Venti's burst ends, then we have only 1. So you guys, what do you think? Do you think this is viable now? Remember what I said at the beginning of the video. 1 EC target every 1 second consistently is good enough for our damage to be better than Prototype Ember HP build, R5 Mepaman HP build, as well as the R1 Everlasting Moonglow. All of these assuming C0. Okay. If you got C0 C1 Kokomi, then I would recommend you go HP build for sure. But for a EM target here, full EM build here, I did manage to get like 3 waves of 4 Kokomi damage figures, 212151 and 29510, which makes it really good. And you may argue that I can use charge attack for AoE on HP build. Yes, you can, but you're only able to use it also 3 times before you run 3 to 4 times before you run out of stamina. Whereas for my Electro Charged build here, I can continuously use my normal attack while my Jellyfish is the one that procs the damage figure. As you saw earlier, before my cast, I did my second recast. The Jellyfish proc allowed us to do, I can't remember the number of damage figures, but there were definitely more than 1 Kokomi damage figure. Okay, so if you ask me, full EM Kokomi is still very viable, and it works very well with an Anemo character, and yes, the Anemo character will do majority of the EC damage. But that's fine, I'm not looking to do all the EC damage on my Kokomi. As long as I can do consistently more than 1 target, I'm already doing better than the HP builds for Prototype Ember, R5 Mepa Air, and Everlasting Moonglow, right? I literally just showed the figures, I showed the math, I showed the damage figures. So if you ask me, yes, full EM Kokomi is very viable. And on top of that, we get a very nice effect from the 4-piece Thundering Fury, which is the fact that I get a cooldown reduction. 12 seconds instead of 20 seconds. That's very nice. So yeah, I hope this video helps clarifies a lot of things, because I do see comments, those are very good feedback by the way, long good feedback comments telling me that, you know, it's not accurate to use Anemo character is going to proc all of the EDC reaction. I agree actually, I absolutely agree. But I am not looking to proc all the EC damage on my Kokomi. As long as I can proc more than 1, I'm already doing better than HP builds. It's quite ridiculous, right? That if I can proc more than 1, I can already do better. And look at the amount of procs I have. Okay, number 1, I'm able to proc consistently. Okay, number 2, other than the 12 second mark on the cooldown, I really could not find the figure. Okay, so maybe the proc did not happen. Maybe the EC proc did not happen, but the cooldown reduction proc happened. I honestly cannot say for sure. The figures were just too jumbled together. Okay, but at least I showed in this stop pause, you see multiple figures, you see multiple of our Kokomi's proc happening. So yes, I would say yes, full EM is viable. Right? So I hope this is clear enough for you guys. Bear in mind that I'm not trying to mislead anyone. I'm really just doing an objective damage comparison and objective math to show you guys. As long as I'm going to drive this point again, I'm going to repeat this point again. As long as my Kokomi can proc EC target, 1 target every 1 second, I'm already doing better than HP builds in terms of damage. Of course, there is a detriment to using full EM, and you lose out on the heals, quite a significant amount of heals. But that can be mitigated by getting your burst level higher, your elemental skill higher, and also trying to go for a bit more HP instead of full EM. You can definitely afford to do so. I mean, after all, we can't control the upgrades. The upgrades, if you're unlucky, it goes to some other stat other than EM. Why not let that stat be HP? hopefully. So if you notice, when I ran through the artifacts, my pre-farm artifacts, Kokomi pre-farm artifacts on the day of Kokomi's release, I already showed that I do have a bit of HP percentage focus on my full EM build. With 800, this video run right here is with 828 EM. We are not going to do crazy damage like what I showed with the EC4 targets in my math, but we can definitely do the 1 target damage. In fact, if you want to consider the 4 procs that I have as in that second, the amount of damage that she dealt, it's still pretty high. It's still pretty high. Okay. So yeah, it's very doable. And I like that she's one of the characters that really makes it viable for you to do EM, mainly because of the fact that she can't really crit, or her crit build is more like a meme build. Okay, so anyway, I've gone on long enough talking about the same thing. Thanks everyone for watching. By the way, if you don't want to go full EM, just to share, full HP Thundering Fury is still viable. It won't perform as well as the rest of the usual artifacts, but you do get the cooldown reduction. So that's something to consider. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.